Greetings, citizens of Tetris. It is your old and cold pal, Van Dweller, back with more classic Tetris Monthly Masters event for January 2026. I almost said 2025, but it's 2026. I don't think I've made that mistake all year, but then again, I don't talk to anybody, so where would I get the opportunity? You guys are the only people I talk to. So, you know, if I don't make it here, I'm not making it anywhere. What we've got for you right now is, a couple of matches, like three. Is it three matches? What do we have? Yeah, we got three matches. All right, let's show you what it's going to be. They're going to be coming out of the top 16. In the orange bracket, it's going to be Cobra versus Tugi. And then the winner of that will take on Knight, who has already made it into the round of 8. So we will be determining a semi-finalist in these next two matches. And then after that, I guess we're going right down the line. Blue bracket, Sidnev versus Danv Pants. And that will determine a top 8er. Now later tonight, I guess we're going right down the line, because tonight we will then, this is later, there's going to be a little break. Later, we're going to be doing Pixelandy versus Allenbot. So this whole left side of the top 16 will be resolved down to at least the top 8. So that's pretty good. We're making progress. Yeah, what else is going on? Top 8? I guess that's it. We got Blue Scooty over there in the green bracket. So yeah, we're also going to have, after that, Alan versus Andy. We're going to have a Das Masters match. That'll be a top 16, Scotto versus Torsia. So that is what is on the docket today. Just a quick look at the qualifying scores. Cobra was the #1 seed. So you're about to see Cobra, the #1 seed. And for the first time, it's the first time Cobra in the #1 seed. So GG's, congrats to Cobra. Nothing comes easy though. We'll see what happens. Let's take a look at our rules. And the rules say that this is a 32-player single elimination flat bracket tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on NTSC consoles. Players can play an emulator or console so long as the game mechanics, appearance, and statistics are unmodified. They can use any controller as long as there's no big buttons or turbo functions used, whether electronical or mechanical. Biological turbo only. These are best of 5 matches, so the first player to 3 wins is the winner of the match. We will be using the level 39 super kill screen. You will be starting on level 18, and we will play with an uncapped score. We'll also be using same piece sets. They will be re-rolled in between each game of the match. Do not pause unless the commentator tells you to. If you do experience issues with OBS or your internet or your computer or your camera or your capture or anything, just keep playing. Do not pause. Do not stop. Do not intentionally top out. Just keep playing. I will sort it out. And the winner gets absolutely something. That is a share in a prize pool, which stands right now at $555.55. Our prize pool is funded 100% by you, the viewers and fans of Classic Tetris Monthly. So please consider contributing to the prize pool. We want these players to keep coming back. We want to compensate them for the time they spend training, practicing, staying in tip-top shape to play in these tournaments. We want them to keep coming back, and the way that we can do that is to beef up the prize pool. Would love to pay the top 8. We haven't missed our goal yet, ever since I guess we started having goals. So yeah, please do help us get to that $2,000 top 8 incentive so we can pay 8 out of the 32 players. That's a big deal. So thank you to everybody who's contributed to the prize pool so far. And that is how to support the... Oh, wait. Use the match... did I say that? Use the Matcherino command. I didn't tell you how to do it. Use the Matcherino command. That'll bring up a bunch of links. The one that says CTM Jan, or it might say ME or Masters. Click on that one. It'll take you to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matcherino. Once you get to that page, look at the top right-hand corner. It says log in. Click on that to log in. You can log in with your existing Twitch or YouTube or Discord account. And once you're logged in, look on the right side of the screen. It says contribute. It's a mustard-colored button. Delicious. Click it and go from there. So yeah, there you go. That's how to do it. Thank you again to everybody. Okay. That's how to support the players. If you want to support the channel, that's something you can do by going over to patreon.com/monthlytetris, make an ongoing pledge of support, just like these people have done. Scott Gray, Jay in the Window, K9 Tacky, Madelsberger, Nate, Mr. Brain, Corporal Shelby Jr., Troy Dan, Kim Ed, Cat Kit, Javan T, Jason, and Sonny. I haven't updated the slide. I'll get the slide. I've been swamped with schoolwork and other things. I got a lot of balls in the air. Sorry about that. But anyway, thanks to everybody who's contributed to the channel to keep this thing going. There are other ways to support us. If you want to support the channel, use the support command. There's some other links for other ways to support us, like Streamlabs and PayPal if you want to make an ongoing pledge. There's also some one-time ways to make a one-time contribution if you want to do that as well. If you're watching on YouTube, you've got super chats and stickers. You can become a channel member by clicking the join button just below the video player. And you can gift a channel membership. You can give multiple channel memberships, and everyone should do that at least once a month. Just give like 5. Everybody needs to give 5, right? So you give 5, and each of those 5 gives 5, and each of those 5 gives 5, and then I'm retiring on an island, guys. Updating a slide is a very involved process. Yeah, Mr. Brain, my apologies. I all day I was working on schoolwork yesterday, so my apologies. Summer B is going to get us to 44.45. It actually is fairly involved because I have to bring up the thing. I have to. It isn't just like putting. I mean, I could just put 2 names on it, which I could do, but it actually is, because then I have to download a list. I have to sort it. I have to format it. I have to. It does take a couple hours to do, actually, believe it or not. But thank you for your contribution. Appreciate that. Anyway, if you're over on Twitch, use bits and subs and gift subs and Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime Gaming sub if you're an Amazon Prime member. That is a monthly thing. You use it or lose it. Don't lose it. Use it on us. And there you go. All right, that's enough. Yap. Let's get these players all sorted out, refreshed, and ready. 1 and 16. 1 and 16. Get our cameras situated. We'll take a look at Cobra's stencil, which is always suspect, but actually, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good this time. Cobra usually, he's a good guy, but sometimes stencil leaves a lot to be desired. But this time, it looks like it's on point. So, pretty excited about that. He says, "Happy New Year. Goal, just make it in. No high expectations." And here are his stats. There you go. We'll look at Tugi. Tugi's is probably good, but it's probably just the way it's aligned on my thing from whoever was 16 last month. That's probably what Tugi's is. So that's not going to be Tugi's fault. So let's hit reset to transform, and yeah, that should be good. Camera, we'll make Tugi a little smaller. I don't want a big Tugi. I like Tugi a little bit smaller here. All right, there you go, good. But Tugi intimidating on his own. He's already huge. You ever seen Tugi in person? Massive. We don't need Tugi any bigger than he has to be honest. All right, let's go ahead and give these players some pieces. That is the music for the pieces. Mr. Brain says, "I'm relieved to be watching some Tetris and not more news, which is getting rather exhausting." Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I'm with you. At least in that sentiment. I don't know if I'm with you on that. Massive Tugi. Tugi is huge. Tugi is very huge. All right, looks like both players are ready. Let's check them out. 770-055. Yes, they are both on seed. They're both signaled ready. It is the top 16. Cobra versus Tugi. CTM Masters event, January 2026. Top 16 or up to 600 in the prize pool. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, Tugi's like 6'6". Tugi can dunk a basketball just without jumping. He's just a massive individual. On the left side of your screen, it is Cobra. Cobra qualified into seed number 1 for the first time ever. Had a 1.82 million. That was the average of his best 2 games played in a 1-hour qualifying period. Let me look at what the scores were. Yeah, it was a 1.89, so nearly a 1.9 million. And then also a 1.76. So yeah, that was a very, very big qualifier. So congrats to Cobra for attaining that. It's got a PB of 5.28 million, at least heading into the month. It was ranked number 7 in the January Premier poll. You can find the full rankings of Tetris players in both DAS and open playstyle tournaments over at premierpoll.com. Premier with an E at the end. If you want to bring up the link, you can use the PP command in chat, and that will bring up the link as well. Cobra was the winner of the Boston Tea Parody Tournament in 2025. He's also the winner of the last ever, or at least up till now anyway, until we bring it back, Challenger Circuit Tournament. Or that happened. The last one was in November of 2024. After that, we went to the 32-player format for the Masters event. It's also played at the Space City Regional in 2025. It has a top 4 spot there, top 4 spot at the last Lone Star Championship in 2024. He's a 2-time CTWC Gold Bracket player, finished in the top 8 in 2025, 3 times in Mega Masters top 16 last year. And you've also seen him at Stillwater in 2024, and has played in all of our Stupid Tetris monthlies. So Cobra coming out for those Stupid Tetris monthlies. Best finish in an STM was for No Bars, where he made it to the top 8 and went out to Zoltan, as one does, in the no rotation tournament. But he did knock out Chroma in the round 0, so he did win a match. 302 for Cobra, 307 for Tugi. Tugi, Duji says, spam this boogie to help out Tugi. They don't have a boogie emoji, Duji, I don't think. 3, although you could put a candle, because the French word for candle is bougie, right? Spam this bougie to help out Tugi. 353 for Tugi, 373 for Cobra. Anyway, Tugi, seed number 16. Tugi defeated somebody. Who did Tugi defeat? Tugi defeated Jati in round 2 to make it here to this round of 16. Got to skip round 1. It's from Austria. He's got a PB of 2.27 million and was ranked number 16 in the Open Premier poll. He's also ranked number 10 in the DAS poll. So one of those players that is ranked twice. Master of many styles. 430 for Tugi. 432 for Cobra. Tugi was the let's see, what is Tugi? Tugi is you've seen him everywhere. First off, Tugi is a 4-time CTWC Gold Bracket player, 20, 21, 22, and 24. 3-time Mega Masters player, top 16 in Mega Dasters, last year. He's also been at CTWC's DAS World Championship in Germany, 22, 23, and 25, and was top 4 in 22 and 25. We've also seen him at the Germany regionals, UK regionals, UK regional, Boston 3 parity just a couple weeks ago. And was the winner of one of those old school, I mean, it was like 3-4 years ago, CT DAS tournaments, the CT DAS tournament, test tournament 2022 against Nenu. Tugi's a former world record holder for DAS overall score. 595 for Cobra, 592 for Tugi. Cobra into 19 at 599. Tugi's in at 595. So pretty healthy transitions for these two here in game number 1. Spam this Cobra to help out Cobra. All right, good job, Colin. We're on level 20. We're about to hit level 21. 3,000 points apart. Not even. And line's pretty close. This is a best of 5. Oh, Tugi's Z piece to that left side. Not going to make it over, but he's going to fix or attempt to fix it anyway. Longbar gets to that left side. Trying to keep that right side open. You get a Tetris down there, which would help. Trying to avoid putting additional weight over on that left, but he has to do it. He's bringing it down. 736 for Tugi. 795 for Cobra. Cobra is clean, so this whole sequence has allowed Cobra to get out to a lead. I'm in Texas. We're waiting for the big, huge, massive winter ice storm, snowstorm. I don't think we'll be getting any snow down here, but it's almost kind of worse to get ice because it really kind of wrecks the electrical lines and all that. So hopefully we'll be able to continue streaming without any interruption. We'll see. 813 for Tugi, 921 for Cobra. Spam this candy to help out Vandy. I don't need any help. I mean, a little bit, but definitely you don't need to spam candy to do it. You need to super chat and use bits. That's how you can help me. Spam these bits to help out the Vandy. That doesn't rhyme. Gmart has a 40 stream streak. That's amazing. Colin, 7 stream streak. Spam these bits to help out Vits. Yeah, maybe if you guys put enough bits in the chat, there'll be more Vits. Tetris Cobra A97, 900 for Tugi. So Cobra out to almost a 200,000 point lead. So it's kind of that. Remember that Z that Tugi couldn't get to the left side. I mean, that, in a way, that kind of just the beginning of a sequence here really killed his pace. 941 for Tugi, B47 for Cobra. We're into 29 now. Players will have about 100 more lines available. Do all the scoring they're going to do. There is a super kill screen implemented at level 39. Kicks in at 330 lines. B98 for Cobra. 968 for Tugi. And Cobra in a little bit of trouble. Opens up the right. Now kind of dependent on a bar. Not going to come. CO4 is the target. Is the top out. So CO5 is the Tugi target. Needs to get to CO5. And we'll see if he can survive this. This is going to be really tough. And no, he's not going to be able to take advantage of the level 31 top out from Cobra. He had the room to chase it down, just board was not where it needed to be, and it just never got the pieces to bring it down. So that is going to be a top out for Tugi, and Cobra survives to take game number 1. All the Europeans in the chat just going, What's up, Tegamek, Duji? Mark is here. What's going on, Mark? I'm going to refresh these players, by the way, just to ensure that we've got the most up-to-date stream. Cobra running. Cobra. Oh, you gotta go pay the pizza guy. Hugo. Tegamek called him Chugo. Victor Chugo. Vandy, I'm looking at flights to Cyprus now. Okay. All right, so not sure what happened on Cobra's side, but he quickly he screamed out of the room. He's like, bruh. And we'll see what's going on. Oh, all right. Yeah, don't take us in there. All right, he's back. Lashal with the prime sub. 36 months, 3 years. Thank you, Lashal. Appreciate the support. Lori, member for 15 months, sent a message, says, like the page, it's free and gets us out there to more views. Thank you, Lori, for your support, and I agree. Pieces are A446B7. And we are good. Game number 2. Cobra, Tugi, 3-2-1, Tetris. Cobra with the 4 pushdown points. We'll see if that is a factor. Excuse me. It does seem that these players have met one time before in at least ranked competition, ELO ranked competition, which is Classic Tetris League in 2024. Cobra beat Tugi 3-1. So not a long history of matches between these two, and first time in CTM, which is kind of surprising. I feel like they should have met before already. .216 Cobra, 196 Tugi. 342 Cobra, 336 for Tugi. You know, I'm going back, and the last time we had a number one seed that was not Blue Scooty, Alex T, Pixelandy, Dog, or Meme was Dangler back in August of 2024. That was the last time. So it's been a while. $430 for Tugi, $525 for Cobra. Well, listen, Danv says, last time the number one seed wasn't all these people, it was ages ago. But yeah, I mean, those 5 players accounted for, you know, over a year's worth of number ones. Is that that would I think I should I want to compile a list of that. Maybe that list exists. Is there like a list of overall of like average qualifier rank? Like that would be cool. 621 for Cobra, 536 for Tugi. Listen, Danv, I got enough things to worry about. Okay, but look, I'm just getting it from everywhere. I don't need it from Danv. Also, 543 for Tugi. Yeah, there's never been a number one seed who did not finish first in qualifying. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy stat. 757 for Cobra, 603 for Tugi. Somebody's gonna actually me and say, well, actually in 2021, Tommy, you know, like $872 for Cobra, 718 for Tugi. Tugi back by 120,000 points. Also ahead in lines a little bit. There's a nice dirty Tugi. Tugi, is that a real stat? 43%? Yeah, I was looking at there's a CTM match statistics spreadsheet which is being kept and whatever, and it gives it's amazing. It's an amazing resource. And it gives like a win-loss percentage of games, but I can't seem to find a match win-loss percentage. Like I guess it's gotta be there, right? Oh, Tugi made it up. You made up that fact? Oh my God. How dare you? What's the lowest seed that has ever won Masters? Oh my goodness. I feel like I should know this. A79 for Cobra. A10 for Tugi. Tugi into 29 now. Cobra still 10 lines to go until 29. He's got a 1.1. Tugi's left side, that bar. I don't know what he's going to be able to do. Oh, look what I mean, this is crazy. This is great downstacking here from Tugi, but he's going to have to get something, and he doesn't. So Tugi going to top out in game number 2 at A66. And Cobra is good in game number 2. Whoops, wrong one. There we go. You think it was Dog who had a low qualifier? Your hand slipped. Didn't Tommy win ME as seed number 16 once? That's a good question. It was low. That it seems like it was a 15 or 16 seed. You're right. Was it Tommy? Like, what about the month Luis won? Luis was... It doesn't really say... Let's see. 1, 8, 5, 12. I have to... It doesn't say their seed numbers on this Liquipedia page, so... I'd have to... Where was this? Okay. Was that the 10 seed? The 7 seed? I know that was Luis. 5-6 FC 3D. Both players ready, game. Oh, whoops. Both players ready, game number 3. Cobra up 2 games to none. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, nobody below, as far as I remember, nobody below 16th seed has won. So when was Tommy's win? Tommy's win was April of 2021. That was 6. That was seed 6. Duji says we're beating it this month because Tugi wins at 16th seed. He requalled after winning challengers. Oh, yeah. So if you won challengers, you got a chance to requal to determine your seeding. So yeah, challenges and masters used to be in the same month. It was a whole nightmare, but we're figuring it out, right? We've evolved, we're fine now, and now we're just a well-oiled machine that always finishes these events on time. I mean, it's like clockwork. I mean, yeah, I guess I forgot it was a thing until I was reminded it was a thing. Like, you don't... Oh, shoot, Tugi. Okay, a couple of long bars there to fix. It was a 2XL Vits for Tugi. 186 for him. There is another Tetris. All right, Tugi survives a little bit of a scare. I think when Doge won, I think he was number 8 seed. Because, yeah, 1, 16, 8, 9. Yeah, so Doge one is a number 8 seed. Yeah, it was a Vitz. It was a vertical eye tuck that was set up, right? He had to tuck it vertically. Did he not have to tuck it vertically? Of course he did. Dog 15. What month was dog 15? Was that no? You said there was no cap? Oh, yeah, dog was 15. That was, yeah, 2024 no cap. Well, Tugi is a believer that Tugi will break the record. Cobra 374, Tugi 374. They were at 1.7 points apart. Spam this booger to help out Tuger. Says Tugi. Tugi 423, 399 for Cobra. Tetris for Tugi 519, another one 542. He's ahead by 11 lines. 473 Cobra. All right, a little T delayed burn. I love that T delayed burn. I never think to do that. Tugi is into 19 at 636. That's another Tetris. Cobra is in at 598. So Tugi with the advantage at the level 19 transition. Cobra with a Tetris well set up deep in column 7, getting deeper finally. Get some pieces in there. He's still set up in column 7. He's at 701. He's going to block. And another long bar in Tetris for Cobra, 732. 770 for Tugi. Colin says juicy center well. Juicy. Another Tetris Cobra 760. Tugi maintaining about a, one Tetris lead or so when the lines are tied. Tetris Cobra 795. Tetris Tugi 890. We're into level 24. So 50 lines away from level 29. Speed will double. Tetris is right now worth 30,000 points. It's a good one to remember. Level 24, 30,000 points. And then you just add 1,200 each level after. So Tugi has gotten out to a bit more of a lead. Cobra's scuffling a little bit, but he's clean again. Tetris Cobra 902, 992 Tugi. About a 90,000 point lead. 2 lines apart. Tetris Tugi A56. He's got the max out and more. A little bit of a misdrop there for Tugi with the glasses adjust. Oh, another misdrop there. No glasses to blame there. Tugi B65, A13 now, A48 for Cobra. And Tugi's into 29 at B70. So 1.17. And Cobra ended about A98, A90 something. Now he's got a 1.1. All right, Tugi's board starting to get a little gappy, but still low. Cobra, clean board, but he's over 100,000 points back. Tugi trying to get some momentum here to just bring this down. Okay, it's starting to bring it down now. All right, Tugi is set up for a Tetris and gets it. And yeah, good timing because he created that long bar dependency, column 2. That'll at least allow him to access that. C98 for Tugi, B46 for Cobra, and Cobra scuffling a bit here, not really making much in the way of points. And Tugi now with a good, clean, low board. And yes, keep, I think, undershooting those long bars. D50, 200,000 point lead for Tugi. He is 10 lines ahead, something like that. These 5 taps seem to be a problem for Tugi right now. Oh, he's setting up aggressive. Opens it up. Tetris for Tugi, E30. He's just trying to, continue to add points. He's got a good lead, so just staying alive and continuing to add points is a good thing. Oh, he's going to undershoot that J piece to the left, and that well is going to be blocked. Target for Cobra, E45. E45 is the target. Can he get it? Tetris is here worth like north of 45,000 points. And he just does not have a board where he can really get much of anything. There's a Tetris, but he's going to have to get like 3 here. There's 1, and maybe he can muster something, and no. So that's going to be the top out. Tugi going to take game number 3. So you can take a moment, players, if you need to. Seven 7509. Match after this one is going to be against Knight. Whoever wins this It's all right. All number seed. Oh my goodness. It's going to be a disaster. I mean, most of the seeds are all numeric seeds, right? Okay, both players ready. Game number 4. Tugi needs to win to force a deciding game 5. Cobra going to clinch right here. I was looking up match database just to see who people's first match was against. Cobra's first match ever was in September of 2022 in Community Tier 5. And it was against a player named Rick Sanchez. Who? Is there really a player called Rick Sanchez? Is there? I mean, I don't remember that player at all. Oh, that's true. Most seeds are alphanumeric. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. I don't know. Where was my brain? But that does make sense. But I guess, I was thinking, all numeric versus all letters, right? There are more all numeric versus all letters. But then the majority of them have both. Makes sense. That is from Rick and Morty. I've never seen the show, but having been exposed to it against my will, that I know. And Cobra won that. That was Community Tier 5. And he did win that community tournament back in October or September of 2022. Seven points apart, one line apart. So it's just 7 pushdown points. Is that Cobra's thing? It seems I've caught it twice. I didn't. Is that his thing? $332 Tugi, $330 for Cobra. right. Tugi piled high, waiting for the bar. Gets one. 406. Another Tetris Tugi 429. There's one Cobra. 3 lines apart. 4 or 5,000 points apart. Now line side at 114 right now. Cobra up 18,000. So less than a Tetris lead for Cobra. Hello, Marvino. Tugi into 19 at 546. Cobra in at 542. Tugi, oh, maybe he wasn't in at 546, but he had 546 and he was on 19. Adam Verbis is here, Invictus Rage, Trabus, Colin Duji, Mark Schweitzy, Jungle Cook, Mr. Brain, all the stars are here. Oh, Cobra with that Vitz and gets the long bar to fill the Vitz in. It seems like a very delicate maneuver. 641, Cobra 685, Tugi, Tetris Tugi 712. Tetris Tugi. And another one. So they're about 2 lines apart, 15,000 points apart. You've never seen a left well Vitz? Oh my goodness. How was it? Was it everything you had imagined? $858 for Cobra. Pull back of that. I think he overshifted that S and pulled it back. So I'm constantly doing. $923 Tugi, $892 Cobra. Cobra now with a little bit of a lead and a better board. And we're, Tugi's 10 lines away from 29. He's kind of going for something here. Yeah, and he's going to, well, he could muster one more Tetris. And Cobra is in at B04. Tugi in at 984, gets a Tetris A20. So Cobra with the lead here on 29, now into 30. Tugi back by 80,000 and change. Oh, Tugi. Oh, no, that left side is cut off. And Cobra will survive and go to the top 8. So there was an attempt. Tugi played great, but seemed to have some 5-tap problems throughout a couple of the games there. And Tugi's good. So this is going to go in the books 3-1. Cobra. GG's Tugi. See you again. Okay, we're going to run an ad, and then we'll be back with Cobra versus Knight. It's 2 minutes, so if you need 2 minutes, do it. Takes me that long to set it all up. At least 2 minutes on Twitch anyway. Okay, so goodbye, Tugala Tugster. And then Knight, was Knight seed 8 or 9? Let's see. Knight was seed 8. There we go. All right, there we go. We'll go ahead and fix up our cams. We'll feel good with our stencil. I feel good about it. What's up? Knight with a shark, the IKEA shark. Everybody loves it. All right, let's where is this other thing that's open? Oh, it must have been Tugi, right? There we go. There you go. This is Blahage, whatever it is. We did have a player way back in early CTM called T Balaj. I think they were Finnish. Blauhe. Blauhe. Can a Swede confirm? Yeah, how do you pronounce? Well, I could use the internet. Blowhigh? Is that what it is? Here, let's see. Here, let's check the internet. Ready?
Looking at Julian's pronunciation guide, where we look at how to pronounce better some of the most mispronounced words in the world, like this other curious word. But how do you say?
Wait.
How do you pronounce this name? A plush toy by
Just say it already.
IKEA. Depending on the Norse language,
Just say it.
talking about, it has different pronunciations. Let's break them down. Blowhoj.
What?
Is one of the
Blowhoj?
British, I believe. Let me know in the comments. Blowhoj. Alternative pronunciations in other Norse languages include blowhigh,
Blowhigh.
high, blowhigh, or blowhigh,
Blowhigh.
high. So,
Wait. All right. This guy's a little too. He's like, oh yes. Here's another guy. Short to the point.
Blowhard.
What?
Blowhard.
Blowhard. What?
Please, let me into your IKEA. I'm extremely
Okay, I don't know
What do you mean?
I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to say it. Nobody knows how to say it. All right, let's I don't know. I'm just trying to find I'm just trying to find a pronunciation. Bloj. You're never showing the shark again. Yeah, I should not have been where I was. Bloj. What? You don't I don't know what that I don't know what you're talking about, Tayo. I don't know what you're talking about. You'll have to look it up. I mean, I looked it up the way anybody can look it up. So use your skills of the internet. It's the top 8. It's Cobra versus Knight. Let's send some pieces your way. A52007. I need to know. I need to know.
I wanted the most was the blahage, or as it's actually called, the blowhay or the blahai. Trust me, I'm Danish. I know the bastardist language of Swedish. Pronounce it with me. Blowhay. Blahai. Blowhay if you're speaking Swedish, but why would you speak Swedish? And all it means is blue shark. It for the last time.
All right. That's what the internet says. I think if you said blow high, it would be close enough. Well, now we know, and knowing is half the battle. A52007, that is what we're doing. And you better show that shark again, okay? I need to see the shark. Why is this game so underrated? Yeah, I'm telling you, this is going to be a match and a half. I'm very excited for this match. This is going to be a very, very good one. These are two excellent players. Anyway, let's get them started. We'll talk about it. This is going to be really good. It's Cobra. It's Knight. It's the CTM Masters event, January 2026. The top 8. The winner goes to the semifinals in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. These players are ranked number 6 and 7 in the Premier Poll rankings for January. Seed number 1, it's Cobra from the United States of America. Yeah, the number 1 seed. First time Cobra has been the number 1 seed in Masters. Got a PB of 5.28 million. He's a former Challengers Circuit winner. He won it back in November of 2024. It's the last time we held Challengers, at least to date. We might run it again. Who knows? I might have to. Might have to go back to 16 player master. All right. In the chat, let me know. 1, if you want to keep 32 player masters, or 2, if you want to go back to 16 player masters. 74,000. I know Cobra probably, back in the day, Cobra was like, I want 16 player masters so I can win challengers again. But I don't know. Now that he's number 1 seed, maybe he wants to keep it 16. We'll see. 97 for Cobra, 137 for Knight. Anyway, Cobra, the former winner of the Boston Tea Parody Regional, an innovative regional held by Fractal in the Boston area, won that back in 2025. Cobra, also a 2-time CTWC Gold Bracket player, was top 8 in 2025, 3-time Mega Master. He was top 16 in 2025. You've also seen him at the Space City Regional, Stillwater, Oklahoma as well. And yeah, first time in the number 1 seed, ranked 7 in that Premier Poll. You can find the full rankings over at premierpoll.com. Premier with an E at the end. Use the PP command to bring up the link to the Premier Poll. Over on the right side, Knight, seed number 8 from Canada with a PB of 4.82 million. Ranked number 6 in the Premier poll. Knight was the winner of the first ever Stupid Tetris Monthly No Bars November, defeating Meme in the finals 3-1. Also the winner of a future circuit back in February of 2022. Knight is a 3-time CTWC Gold Bracket player. 21, 22, and 25. Also played in Jonas Cup in 24. Took 10th. 3-time Mega Master. 2-time Mega Master, 23 and 25. Played in Mega Dasters as well, and was top 3 in the Genesis Regional in both the Open and DAS categories in 2025. $382 for Cobra, $405 for Knight. This is a best of 5 match. The winner will go to the semifinals of the tournament. Okay, so mostly ones. People mostly like the 32-player Masters, except for Adam Verbis. Adam Verbis says, nope, I want the 16-player one back. Colin says, what did Colin say? I don't know. I don't listen to Colin. Let's see. So Talbot says 32-player Masters, first round losers play a losers bracket of challengers. Yeah, that's kind of where I want to get to. Just not quite there to set it up yet. I've been very busy, but we got to work out exactly how that's going to work. But that's where I want to get to. Lori has gifted a fan level membership over on YouTube. Thank you, Lori. The recipient was Imagine Me and You 1990. So thank you, Lori, for that. Yeah, Evesy says preliminary losers get reseeded into challengers bracket. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I don't want to reseed them into a 16-player challengers bracket, but I want to reseed them into like maybe an 8-player. So yeah, like the first round losers get reseeded into a 8-player bracket, and it plays from there. That's the vision, to bring back challengers in that way, and then you can earn your way back in to Masters next month for that, or with that. 544 entry for Knight, 559 for Cobra. Both players up kind of high, and Cobra opens up the right, trying to keep it open. Knight gets a Tetris. There's another one, Knight. All right, players have brought their boards back down. Looney says, I can see why people would prefer 16-player Masters, but it's nice seeing different faces since the 32-player expansion. Yeah, I agree. I really like seeing like new people get a shot. And, you know, that 8-player challengers, like, I don't know if I would be streaming it or if it would be restreamed or how that would work. That's the other thing. Like, who's going to stream it? $709 Cobra, $790 for Knight. Mark says, bring back the double elimination to CTWC. I have no control over that, so I don't know. All right. Thank you for your review. Next caller. 773 for Cobra, 829 for Knight. The 8-player challengers can work like one-day tournaments on Nestris. You can't do that. Like, that's, people will not all be able to commit to that availability. So $8.98 for Knight, $8.50 for Cobra. Tetris for Knight, $9.98. It's like a burn away. Chris Winter subbing on Twitch. Thank you, Chris. Tetris Knight A32. Want to remind y'all there is a prize pool that we have for this tournament every single month. Our goal is $2,000. Since we've established goals, we've always hit it. So you guys have been great. Love to do that this month so we can, pay these players. Have a juicy prize pool to incentivize them to come back and play our events. A56 for Cobra, A78 for Knight. Knight into 29 now at B22. Cobra is in at A62. That left side long bar not going to get over. Top out for Cobra. Knight is good in game number 1. We have another match after this one, by the way. It's going to be Danv Pants versus Sidnev. I don't know the status of Sidnev's pants, so it's just Sidnev and then Danv Pants. Okay. New pieces for the players. Players, we're going to run an ad after game 2, by the way. It's going to be a 1-minute ad, so if you need to get up, you can. Sidnev Pants. Right. Sidnev Pants. Chris W said, remembering to keep the Prime sub going. Yeah, appreciate that. Oh, I missed a sub from Mino Floof as well. Thank you, Mino Floof. Sorry I missed that. It said Twitch Prime sub. Much appreciated. If I miss it, if I forget to say it out loud or don't say it out loud, it's not I'm not ignoring you. I just didn't see it, or I got a lot of stuff I'm doing. But thank you. All right, BOA 7A1. Let's go game number 2. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh, Colin was waiting for that 0, trying to inject that into the countdown. He was ready and waiting. Colin says, didn't Vandy have a call-in show or something like that? Yeah, we did that a couple times. I got to bring that back. But I don't know. I like doing that. Cobra with the key tuck setup gets the J. S-spin for Knight. 68,000 for Cobra, 91,000 for Knight. When's the next no rotation stream? Good question, Henry B. The finals, the stupid Tetris monthly finale. It's going to be the last stream, maybe ever. Who knows? It's at a time where it's a little bit tough for a lot of Americans to watch. It's at 2 in the afternoon here in Texas, which I believe is 20 UTC. It's going to be Pichek versus Ryan Hamburger, winner against Zoltan. And I think they're negotiating about whether or not they can do a third place match. Basically, if Poet can show up, they'll do a third place match. So, but it's Monday, 2 p.m. Texas time. So 2 plus 12 is 14 plus 6 is 20. And that's, yeah, there it is. So 20 UTC. It's kind of middle of the workday for U.S. Americans. Long bar down the middle for night 189. But that's been a very fun tournament. I think a lot of people were expecting not to like it, but are finding it compelling. So it seems to be the case for most of the Stupid Tetris Monthly. People are like, oh, I'm not going to like this. It's going to be so boring. And then they're like, oh, this is really fun. All right, Knight still in the center. Well, column 5, long bar in Tetris, 239, 241, Cobra. Now, next month's Stupid Tetris Monthly is going to be a Crunch tournament. Crunch is a mode that is available. It's like a training mode or a fun mode available on the Tetris Gym competition and training cartridge. And it's like a narrowed play field. We're going to be playing with a 4-wide play field. All right, Knight trying to bring this down. The only mode you're not sure you'll enjoy very much is Secret Grade. I mean, it's kind of a similar vibe to No Rotation in some ways. So it's a slow mode, but the players have a lot of fun, and it's a lot of creativity on display. Like, just trying to set up the pieces and gaps in such a way that they fall exactly where you want them to takes a lot of planning ahead and kind of big brain strats and all that. That's going to be, I think we're planning June. I mean, that and No Rotation are ones that I'm doing specifically because there's like one player who's like a specialist at it that I want to see play on our stream. It's really what it comes down to. Like Zoltan, I wanted to stream something with Zoltan, but he specializes in No Rotation. And then Secret Grade is for Kirby 703, who we don't get to really see on this channel all that often anymore. So kind of did that for her, really. But, you know, it's fun to see the other players. Is Tap Masters going to come back in July? I think it's going to come back before July. I think Mega Masters, it's going to be in May because we get 5 full weekends, like 5 2-day weekends in May. And it's a very good opportunity to do Mega Masters then. And then it's also the month before CTWC. So it's a good lead in to CTWC. And, you know, Mega Masters May, right? Rolls right off the tongue. And it's my birthday. And that's what I want for my birthday, is Mega Masters May. So we may do Tap Masters before that. Like March or April. May 24th, that's right. El Pelton's birthday, May 24th too, right? 561 for Knight, 558 for Cobra. We're into 19. Best birthday in your unbiased opinion? Yeah, it's great because like 24, totally unrelatedly, is my favorite number. So it's like nice that my birthday is also on the 24th. Will Mega Masters end before the last players remaining leave for Pasadena? What day is CTWC? Because I'm actually going to set a hard deadline for the end of Mega Masters because I want to get on the Twitch front page. This is not all set in stone yet, but it could be changed. But June. Oh yeah. We're going to end in May. There's going to be a fixed date for the finals, and if you can't play in those finals, then don't qualify. I mean, unless you know you have no chance to get into the finals and you want to play anyway, but then play. But don't luck box your way into the finals then, and then say you can't play because you will forfeit your prize. 785 for Knight, 797 for Cobra. Why is 24 your favorite? 24 is a number that seems to have come up a lot when I was very young, and it was also the number of my favorite baseball player when I was growing up on the Red Sox in the 80s. But it's also a number that seems to have just come up a lot. And so I just got tuned in to looking for it, and then I started to like it. And my birthday's on it. I mean, I guess that's part of it. I guess it is. 908 for Knight, 928 Cobra. So yeah, the goal is to get Mega Masters done in 1 month, and so that initial weekend, it's going to be mandatory to play within the first 4 days of that opening weekend if you're in round one. We're not messing around, okay? We're not going to go, oh, well, sorry. You know, so if you're like, oh, I'm going to qualify in, but I can't play until the 10th, forget it. You're out. You're out of there. Both players have maxed out. They are 6 lines apart. Tetris for Knight. You can really use that Tetris to bring that board down a little bit. Cobra with a good, although high board with a dependency in the middle, but that's all going to get filled in. And now could just use like a bar sometime this century. There we go. Skimming a Tetris for Cobra and another Tetris. B06. Yeah, if you like the music, use the music command to bring up the link for Flex Style, and you can even buy MP3s or FLAC files, I believe. So if you're really like one of these audiophile people. B15 for Knight, and this is Top Out City. Cobra going to take game number 2. Jazzy Josh says, no matter who wins the match, they'll either get their best Masters result or tie it. Well, that's pretty good. Griffey wore 24. Yes, that is correct. With the Mariners. I think he wore 30 with the Reds. Something like that. He had some other number with the Reds. I don't remember offhand, though. I wasn't a Reds fan. So. All right, we're going to run an ad real quick. 1 minute, players. 1 minute. You can take a moment. I'll put the pieces in the chat if you want them. He wore 30 with the Reds because it was his dad's number. The pieces are here, 189DC8 players, if you can hear me. I think Cobra not a sub, so Cobra might not even hear me right now. Oh, Cobra, how could you not be a subscriber? Poor Cobras. Used to use his batting stance, says Colin. You have an ad blocker? Oh my God, Cobra. Costing us money. You're the reason we're going broke. That's it, Cobra. You're not eligible to resub? What does that mean? Why are you not eligible to resub? What does that mean? I think you're just trying to get a gift sub. All right, we'll give you one. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, it worked. Yep, it worked, Cobra. Good job. Good job, buddy. He's playing 4D chess. 4D chess. I know. I figured I would have gotten somebody to gift one, but I didn't want to be a schnurrer. You have to wait 2 to 4 business days to get a refund. I'm sorry, Colin. I'm sorry. All right, it is if you need me to spot you, $6 or $6.30 or whatever it is, let me know. I'll spot you, Colin. You need to get through the month. You will never financially recover from this? Oh, God. 189DC8. 189DC8. Check the Vandy channel. You don't need to prove you are not eligible to make this purchase. Okay, let's go ahead and get these players started. What was once a best of 5, now a best of 3 between Cobra and Knight. 3, 2, 1 Tetris. I'm deep in thought. Sorry, I was just doing something in Discord, guys. 121 for Cobra, 120 for Knight here in game number 3. This match has a lot of potential to pop off. So I demand that you players pop off. Andrew Meep says double rollover will happen this game, knock on wood. Well, it's quite possible. Vandy, what are the benefits of identical piece sets? The benefits of identical piece sets is that players will get the same distribution of pieces, so RNG will not tend to favor one player or another. So if one player gets a long bar drought, which is probably the most consequential, kind of RNG thing that could happen, the other player will get the same drought. And so, yeah, that is the main benefit. Now, that can be a little bit overstated because on some level, you know, when the stacks diverge, and they will diverge a lot, then, you know, the distribution of when certain pieces come and when they don't, it's really going to be stack dependent, but certainly the distribution of pieces overall in the game can be a factor, and we want to minimize that as a factor as much as possible. And since the option is available, why not use it? The other thing is, it's also a game security issue. Since we know exactly what pieces they should be getting, the players cannot, you know, if they were not on same piece sets, there would be the possibility of, you know, players maybe using some kind of hacked ROM with some favorable piece distribution or something like that. So there's also a game security aspect of it as well. And where we have prize pools and, you know, pretty big prize pools, we want to make sure that the game is as fair as possible. So I hope that answers your question. It's a good question. All right. Easy dropping paragraphs in the ephemeral Twitch chat. Yeah, the round two, it's either the round, I got to think about it, Evesy, but the round two definitely makes sense in terms of who the challengers are, because these are the people that would be just below the top 16, right? They would be basically the 17 through 24 finishers, as opposed to the 25 through 32. So that would be in keeping with the spirit of the original challenger circuit. The problem with that is that you have to wait for those matches to happen, and that can be like deep in the month. That's the problem. But if I didn't understand your question, then put it in my Vandy channel, or you know, you can repaste it in my Vandy channel. But I get what you're saying. 638 for Cobra, but he is high on the board. 600 on level 20 for Knight. And this is definitely livable. And Cobra doing a great job. Oh, overshift of the Z. And no, that's going to be a top out for Cobra, level 20. So kind of a bad entry into 19. And that is going to cook Cobra. Knight is good in game number 2. I mean, we can try it, Evesy. I mean, the thing is, we can always just try it and then not do it if it doesn't work, right? Okay. New pieces, players. 5A9637. Oh yeah, rhubarb. Yeah, that makes sense too. So yeah, round 2 does make more sense. I think that was what I had in my original concept, but I don't know. Either round 1 is very neat thing to do. It's like neat, like it's easy because you get those matches done early in the month and you can. But on the other hand, there would be an incentive to, you know, try to earn your. I don't know. Yeah, there's something. You're right. There's something about the incentives here. 5A9637. Game number 4, Cobra and Knight. Knight on match point. Cobra needs to win, force to decide in game number 5. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. You can only start it when all the round 2 matches are finished. Well, that's not true, because you can start anytime 2 of the players are 2 players that match up, right? You can, because there would be 4 matches in the top 8. So as long as at least 2 of the players who would sync up are ready, you can just play it. I couldn't. Problem is, I couldn't launch the tournament with unknown seeds, but in theory, you could just play the matches and write it on the back of an envelope and add it later. Yeah, I think you would just do the seeding in. You wouldn't reseed them in any significant way. You would just say, like, whoever the loser is of the orange match would go into the top spot in the orange bracket. The yellow match would be the second spot in the orange bracket. And you would just seed them, like, down the line, just as they appeared. It's the easiest way to do it. It's not the most fair way to do it, but it's a little bit fair because you earn your initial seed. So I don't know. But if you wait around and for all the players to be done, then you to see the tournament, then it's not going to be possible. Just do it live. Kip wants to just do it live. Unless we just set a target and said, round 1 matches have to be, or round 2 matches have to be done by a certain period of time. And just, then, I don't know. We should be doing that anyway. Stricter scheduling would help. Yeah, if you've ever tried to schedule these players, though, you know that it's not, which you probably have tried to do that, so you probably know that it's not as simple as saying, oh, well, we just need to be very strict with the players, because, like, they always, players are great, but they're people. They have stuff going on in their lives, and Tetris is not priority number 1 in most cases. So 264 for Knight, 283 for Cobra. Yeah, and I don't want to DQ people. Exactly. We want to play it out. So this is why it has not been implemented, all these considerations. And I got to think about how to do it technically. 306 for Cobra, 310 for Knight. Halfway to the 19 transition. Both players on pace for 600 Ks, so we'll see if they can keep that up. Kip Duran's life was changed by a nighttime breakfast burrito. Can you imagine? As it turns out, you can eat any food you want at any time of day. Like, I know that I'm known as, like, chicken sandwich guys, and I love chicken sandwich, okay? They're great. It's like second best sandwich. But when it comes right down to it, I'm a breakfast sandwich guy. If I had to choose chicken sandwich or breakfast sandwich, it would be hard, but I would go for breakfast sandwich. Knight is set up for a high, dirty Tetris. And yeah, just needs to find a bar. And, it's committed. He is committed. And there it is, the dirty Tetris finally for Knight, 460. What is that kind of breakfast sandwich? It kind of doesn't matter. As long as it's got egg and then some kind of breakfasty meat on it and some cheese and I'm all about it. And it doesn't even matter the kind of bread, where it's a bagel, English muffin, regular bread, a roll. I made one. I actually did make one last night with a hot dog bun. It was amazing. Chicken biscuit for the win. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Where's Tucker? Oh wait, he doesn't work there anymore. Kip Duran with the €5 super chat says it was transformative. So yes, a life-changing breakfast sandwich. I can see it. 6:05 for night. 19. Okay, we're in a nice L piece uncover. Yikes. ZP's gonna miss. She's trying to keep it open. And there we go. Long bar down. 636 night. Cobra also with a 600K transition at 667 now. Oh, the L piece. That just dead drops. And that is a top out for night. Yeah, that dead drop. I don't know what happened there with that dead drop of the L, but kind of cascaded from there. And Cobra's good. And we are headed to a deciding game. Number 5. Oh, it's a maple cider. We have a known Canadian, so we will have the maple cider. Y'all, can you give me about a minute? I do need a minute. I will be right back. I'll give you the seed right now. €20 super chat. Kip says, Knight is great, but truly only G.I. Joe has the power to defeat Cobra. Well, we shall see. But thank you so much for the €20 super chat, Kip. Really appreciate that. I need 1 minute. So I will drop the seed, and I'll be back in 60 seconds. Okie dokie, artichoke. I am here. Well, both players are ready. Check their seeds. 697, 839. Yes, they are good. It is time. It is a deciding game. Number 5, the winner of this one single solitary solo game moves on to the semifinals. Let's find out who it's going to be, Cobra or Knight. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Set Haxel says 3-2 on Tetris. It's 4 a.m. in the morning here in Indonesia. By the way, remember, we do have a prize pool. If you want to contribute to the prize pool, then use the Matcherino command while you're watching live on Twitch or on YouTube. I'll bring up some links. The one for this tournament is what? Oh, it's called ME or Masters. And you click on that link and you can contribute. Any amount is good. $1, $2, $5, $10, $400. You can also support the channel. Use that support command to find ways to support us. Make sure we can keep bringing you Tetris month after month after month after month. 101 for Cobra. 70,000 for Knight. Also, make sure to support the provider of our music, Flex Style. Go to flexstyle.bandcamp.com. Travis says finals about to start on Pumpy one day. Vandy. Okay, I mean, I'm not sure what I can do about that. I have more matches to do. But okay, yes, we can go ahead and watch Pumpy's one-day tournament. We can watch Cobra trying to downstack here and live this. Not, both players really going through some downstacking here on 18. So maybe RNG a bit of a factor. Who's in? Should we say who's in the finals? Is that a spoiler? Is somebody gonna go back and watch? I kind of want to know who it is, but Tetris for Knight 248, Cobra 227. So players with good looking boards, but low paces here. You know, normally you'd like to be at least in the mid 300s, if not higher, through 80 lines. Watch any good TV lately? That's a good question. I don't watch a lot of new TV. I'm not watching Pluribus, and you know, I just wait. TV is not like an urgent medium for me where I gotta keep up with what's on TV. Like, just not urgent. Make a guess as to who you know are guaranteed finalists. I'm gonna say Pixel Andy and Bendy. I'd much rather watch older shows. Let's see, who else? Pixel Andy, and if it's not Bendy, Blue Scooty. Blue Scooty's in the finals like everything. Wallbant again? Wallbant must be just taking massive amounts of creatine lately. He's just become good at everything. I was gonna guess Wallbant, but man. Wallbant was good before Padless. Wally beat Robin in the semis. Andy beat Scooty in the semis. Got it. That's a pretty stacked semis. 489 for Cobra. 484 for Knight. Knight is in at 508. So Knight with the advantage at the 19 transition. Remember, this is the last game. The winner goes to the semis. Oh, Knight going to pass on the Tetris and fix that left. It's going to work out. And it's smart. You know, once you got, if you have a good left, then you can, in theory, survive forever if you need to. In theory. Tetris for Cobra, 588. 585 Knight. They're 2 lines apart, like 21,000 points apart. Knight again with the 5-tap of the bar and then the fix with a subsequent bar. Padless. What lore am I missing? Oh, well, Wallbant is, you know, got one of those padless controllers that are out there. Use keyboard switches instead of rubber conductive pads. And, you know, it's much more reliable, and I think some players are using it, including Wallbant. Wallbant is paid to tell you padless is really good. I mean, that's great. Pay Wallbant, but I would, you know, I would love to get one. I'm your market, guys, okay? I'm a big, dummy, non-good Tetris player. 760 for Knight, 760 for Cobra. 2 lines apart. I'm going to refresh this stream here. Players do keep playing no matter what. And there we go. Tetris for Knight. Okay, so that got her to 760. Players do keep playing, please. Sometimes these things come back. We were pretty close when this went away. So just keep playing. It was a close match when this stream went. And, all right. Well, since level 39 is pretty critical to this match, I think we're going to replay this one. It's a pretty deep replay, but it was very close, and level 39 is critical, so we are going to replay it. So, Cobra, you can go ahead and top out. I already called it. So we're gonna just top out. Once I say the words top out, I can't take it back. Because players are affected by that. So please go ahead and top out. They were 2 lines apart in the same score, so yeah, you can't say top out and then take it back. Because players are affected by that, so. Yeah, the stream went away and it wasn't coming back after multiple refreshes, and then it just came back. So, college Wi-Fi. No worries, no worries. What was the score at? It was like 7. What was the score? Should we just do a... what was the score when I said it out loud and they had the same score? Transition trainer ending? It was 760. It was 760 at how many lines? At what level was it? No SPS. Oh, there's no SPS. You're right. Oh, damn it. Version 7. Come on. All right, we're gonna replay this one. Yeah, 760-24. I know, they should just do a Vandy challenge sprint. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, take a minute or so. Combo gym? I don't know what combo gym is, but what is combo gym? Yeah, they were 2 lines apart at the same score, Waffy, so. But, you know, if we can get SPS on Transition Trainer, then we could do that all the time. All right, so thank you, players. Yeah, sorry, it wasn't coming back, and it was close. And once I say it out loud, you can't take it back. It's like, Your butterfly effect or whatever. All right, we're gonna drop pieces and just redo this one. Game 6. E4 D6 3-7. SPS means same piece sets. That was the identical pieces. The thing you asked about earlier. Were you the one who asked about it? If I remember correctly. We're learning. We are learning. That's right, Mr. Brain. You know what I was going to say, right? Same jokes all the time. All right, we'll give the players time we need. After this match, it's going to be Danv versus Sidnev. Oh, Knight is offline again. Don't. Maybe. Now I do not have a lot of confidence. I do not have confidence. My confidence is shot that this match is going to happen without interruption. Yep, you guys are both going to the top 8. Now I have zero confidence. We're about to start it. Is it snow? Is that what's happening? Do we need to postpone? Yeah, 2 versus 1. So it'll be Knight and Cobra against either Sidnev, Danv, Alan, or Andy. Right. It's not snow, but it's -10. All right. Well, here's the thing. It does seem to come back. So what I'll do is I'll just stay with it a little bit longer. It seems to come back. Okay. So we'll go with it, but we'll wait it out a little bit. I'll give it a little bit more. Let's try it. Let's see if we can get through it. We're here. Let's see if we can play it. I don't want you to think at all about your internet. Just play Tetris. Don't worry about it. And we'll just wait it out and we'll do the best we can. But we'll have a long leash, okay? Yeah, just send a picture at the end, right? Can you are you able to clear your scoreboard? Actually, both of you, just in case. Is that okay or no? Can you clear your scoreboard? Just in case it comes to that. Okay. Thank you. It just gives me peace of mind. I mean, obviously, I trust you guys implicitly, but just to keep everything above board. Okay, E4, plus, the score wouldn't hit the scoreboard. E4, D6, 3-7. Both players are ready. Let's go. It's the real decider. We're going to get through this. It's Cobra versus Knight. The winner moves on to the semifinals in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, we need you to hold up today's newspaper also. Thank you. I'm just kidding, of course. All right, well, the original Game 5 got snowed out a little bit. I called a top out for that one, but then it came back. And so we are going to try to get this one in one more time. When I called it, they were basically at identical scores, 2 lines apart. So We're going to get through this one, and we are going to be good, and it's just, you know, it's going to happen, right? It's going to just be good and work, and everything's going to be fine. So players do keep playing, though, because we are going to give any kind of internet issues a little bit more leeway than usual. So if something happens, okay? Cobra, 70,000. Knight, 91,000. I guess we're experiencing a bit of weather across North America. I was pretty concerned about whether I would be able to get through just my part of the stream because, well, if, you know, it gets super cold and the grid freezes, and we decided to make a big chunk of our grid dependent on solar in the winter. Tetris for Cobra, 174. 197 for Knight. All right, both players really having trouble with this seed. Oh, wow. Great move for Knight. Both players digging. And there we go. Knight gonna survive. 238, 220 for Cobra will also finally bring this down. So pieces giving the players a little bit of a heart attack. Josh says Vanny should just head down to Cancun during the storm and pull a Ted Cruz. Yeah, I'm not particularly a fan of that individual, but like, I don't know what a senator is supposed to do during a storm. Like, you want him to get out and shovel your driveway or something? Like, he just needs to be there. Like, I don't know. I think it's fine. Leave if you can. Why not? He needs to suffer as much as everyone else is suffering, but, you know, I guess. Yeah, that's just all. Seems like not a big deal. 280 for Cobra, 380 for Knight. But anyway, this is not Classic Politics Monthly. It's Classic Tetris Monthly. 371 for Cobra, 425 for Knight. So Knight in the lead by 39,000, but also ahead by 9 lines. So it's close. A little bit of a pace lead for Cobra, but we'll see how. Oh, wow. Look at that. Filling in that board. Nice and easy. 503 entry for Knight into 19. Yeah, if one player can't see the other player, then it does becomes unbalanced there, Hedgehog. 533 entry for Cobra. So about a 1 Tetris lead at the 19 transition for Cobra. You want your elected representatives to do whatever they can during a crisis, but I mean, they're there to like vote on laws and pass laws like that. I don't know what you want them to vote on a law like that's what I don't like. They have a specific job. Anyway, I don't need to get into it, but again, I'm not a fan of that individual, but they just, it's like I want my garbage man to not leave. He needs to stay. Well, you want to make snowstorms illegal. I agree. I think we can all agree on that. 703 for Cobra, 708 for Knight, so close. Oh, misdrop there of the L piece for Knight. I think they're basically right around where they were in the other game. Oh my goodness, Knight is going to top out at 744. Oh no. And she was set up for like a single, like with a long bar, but that is going to be a top out. And that means Cobra is going to survive and move on to the semi-finals. So, yikersons. Well, we did have to abort that, or I did abort that original game 5. It was close, and they were right around the same score anywhere around that time. So, both players had an opportunity to do it. You never want it to go down exactly that way, but no matter how it went, somebody was going to win and somebody was going to lose that second game. So, but anyway, GG's Knight. Hope to see you here again. Hopefully we get that prize pool up to 2,000 so we can pay everybody. And Cobra, you are the winner of that, and you will be moving on to the semi-finals. Cobra into the semis. For the first time in our monthly Masters event. He was in the semis at Lone Star, but that was a smaller bracket. This will be the first time Cobra was in the semis of the monthly event. So congratulations to you. And we're going to move right into our next match with Sidnev versus Danv. So let me run an ad real quick, and then we'll be right back. We'll set it all up. Well, I mean, no matter what, somebody was going to win or lose that. So it's like, it's oh, what a tough way to lose. But they were tied when we called it. So it's kind of, they all had equal chance. Tugi says, congrats, go on and win this whole thing now. It was a brutal sequence of pieces, says Sushiman. All right, we're going to set up our next one. I'm just glad they were tied. Like, that was the best. All right, let me get a goodbye maple cider for now. There it is, Laurie. All right, maple cider for you. There it is. Goodbye. And let's see. What is it? This is blue. So this has got to be goodbye number 1, hello number 4. That says Pixel Andy. We'll fix that. And then goodbye 8 and hello. What is Tugi? Is Tugi? No, Tugi. Everything's Pixel Andy. Oh my god. No. Oh no, this is blue. This is blue, not purple. Right. Where are we? There's Danv. Figured it out. We're gonna reset our things here. We'll get which Sidnev is it? SIDNEVE? Okay. All right, sounds good. We'll get Danv. We don't need him that close. He's like qualifying for something. What are you qualifying for? Are you like literally playing Masters and qualifying for something at the same time? Sweet Tetris bedspread. All right, bro is ready for bed. He's got his jammies on. He's got his Tetris bedspread. He is ready for bed. Okay. Oh, we got ultra wide. Oh my God. What is this ultra wide? Okay, let me just refresh here. Let me reset this. Reset the transform. Okay. Love it. All right, we'll see where Sidnev's playing position is. Oh, you got like an escape hatch. You can like escape up the ceiling if things don't go right. Okay, y'all, just give me 1 minute, then we'll drop pieces, okay? Just 1 minute. Oh, anyway, yeah. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Sorry about that. So yeah, anyway, I didn't see that I didn't see that account was banned. So if you need, after this game, if you need more assistance, I will, maybe someone else unbanned it. So we'll see. Anyway, sorry about that. Yeah, I was muted. I was like talking and I was like, oh, nobody's reacting. And it was like a nightmare, right? Where you're talking and nobody reacts. So, yeah, big matchup here. Sidnev, seed number 4, Netherlands. Former CTM Masters event winner back in August of 2024. Was ranked number 9 in the January Premier poll. Sidnev has been in the finals of the Masters event many, many times, and was, was getting to those finals and couldn't quite bring it across the line, and eventually did get it done in that August of 2024. But the first time in the finals was August of 2021. It's also in the finals of Mega Masters in 2025. Of course, Dog was the winner of that event ultimately. Sidnev also a 3-time winner of the Classic Tetris European Championship, is the reigning back-to-back winner of CTWC's Austria Regional, and has also played at CTWC, played in CTWC DAS in 2022. I thought she played another one. I guess I'm wrong. But overall, a 5-time CTWC gold bracket player, and was the runner-up in CTWC in 2023. And since the tournament moved offline, yeah, she's been in the gold bracket 3 times, 2 top 8s, and a runner-up. So not a bad record at CTWC. Her first Masters appearance was all the way back in May of 2021, so nearly 5 years ago. That was the month where Nenu came back and won after a 20 months from his previous Masters win. 285 for Sidnev, 298 for Danv. Of course, Sidnev was featured in that video from Game Scout about the quest for the perfect max out. And so that's a good one worth checking out. It's one of my favorites from Game Scout. Oh, the adjustment for Sidnev to make room for that Z piece. And on the right side of your screen, Danv, seed number 20 from the UK, PB of 3.83 million. Was ranked 21 in the Premier poll. You can find the full rankings for that poll, by the way, over at premierpoll.com. Premier with an E at the end. Use the PP command in chat if you want to bring up the link. Danv, also a winner of a Challengers circuit. A Masters event, not a Challenger circuit. A Masters event is what I meant to say. But I guess he did win it. I guess technically he did win a Challenger circuit. In fact, he's one of the only players, maybe the only one, to have won a Hopefuls Futures Challengers and a Masters. He won Faster Masters, May of 2023. $448 for Sidnev, $458 for Danv. Also the winner of CTWC France in 2025. Danv is a 5-time CTWC gold bracket player. You also saw him at the Boston Tea Parody event in what, 24? I forget which one it was. He wasn't one of them. You've also seen him at the CT Classic Tetris UK Championship in 24 and 25. And I think, I think he went out to the winners of those both months. Went out to SV in 24 and Evesy in 2025. Players are into 19, 600,000 for Danv, 590 for Sidnev. This is a they've been in what, 3-4 matches against one another in CTM. And CTM wise, Sidnev is 3-1 against Danv. Tugi says this is a CTWC Austria 2023 finals rematch, which I didn't know. And doesn't appear to be in the database. Or no, it doesn't appear to be on Liquipedia. So it's got to be something to be added. For all you Liquipedia editors out there, 862 for Sidnev. Yeah, that event is not in there. Might be in the match database, though. 892 Sidnev, 839 Danv. Yeah, we got to have a new initiative around getting some Liquipedia editors here. I mean, this whole scene continually adding new things, but there's a deep history here, so we got to get as much of that on the record as possible. Can we make a Liquipedia channel in Discord? Possibly. I mean, there is a Liquipedia Discord with a Tetris channel, but that's on the general Liquipedia one. I think that's reasonable. Put that in the research lab. I think that makes a lot of sense. Somebody remind me to do that. Or if somebody has perms who's watching right now, make the channel. B23 for Sidnev. That's a 1.1 million on 27. They won't let you add TNP stuff, Tetris for the non-pros. I wonder if it's because it's called for the non-pros, because I think they're mainly putting things that are considered professional level things, but on the other hand, they have futures and hopefuls, but those are, I don't know. I'm not sure. Not notable enough? Well, it will be. It will be. C12 for Sidnev, B55 for Danv. They're on level 29. Speed is doubled. Both players rolling. Tetris for both. It's about a 30,000 point lead for Sidnev. Tetrises on 31 are worth, 38,400. They have old hopefuls on there, Evesy. They don't have new hopefuls. E12 for Danv, E37 for Sidnev. Tetris for Danv, but he's going to make a couple of gaps here that might slow him down a little bit. He's got to fix it. Sidnev still motoring along, F24. right, Danv still fixing. 60,000 points ahead. 30 lines to go till that level 39 super kill screen. Sidnev has got the rollover. Danv, Spire not going to be able to do anything. So the rollover for Sidnev, an E89. That's a 1.48 for Danv. Well, Sidnev is going to take game number one. Certainly mulling it out if you want to. All right, see if she can get one last one. Yeah, she's going to go for it. And not going to get it. But it's a rollover for Sidnev. Danv, great score as well. So that's a combined 3 million. You'll love to see it. We're going to skip the trace vector title screen. It's very... Well, maybe we won't. Yeah, we'll skip that. All right, players. 5A2F82. 5A2F82. Players, we're going to take a 60-second ad break after game 2. There he is, the legend, Indie Rocker 81, Joey Parker. So I guess I'm obligated to use the Joey Parker turn. All right, there we go. I thought he was getting up. Master. It says Danv Master. You are a master. Joey says, I remember when scores like this only got heavy breathing commentary. Like when I was like, you know, Kingsman loves that. I didn't know you were, I didn't know you'd turn to the Kingsman dark side. All right, 5A2, FA2. Let's go. Game number 2. Sidnev up 1 game to none. 3-2-1 Tetris. Mr. Brain admiring Sidnev's no cap November stacking. The new gen players are incredible, says Joey Parker. On the contrary, I find them credible. Double perfect clears. What? Wait. Oh my goodness. I totally missed it. I'm sitting here talking to Joey Parker. All of a sudden, double perfect clears. Clip that and ship that to Linespin Media. Was that double PC with different stacking? I didn't pay attention. I don't know. But I think we need to clip it and ship it to Linespin Media. It's all your fault. Yeah, blame Joey. They did stack. All right, Tugi check. They did stack identically. Who is Linespin Media when they are at home? What? When they are at home? I don't... What do you mean? Clip it and ship it to Linespin Media. Who are they when they are at home? I'm not... Joe, Dublin Joe, I am not following. All right, players getting droughted. they're having to deal with that. Danv setting up for the dirty and does get the Tetris. Longbar comes in for Sidnev. Tetris as well. It's an Irish saying, never mind. Now I need to know. Who was Loinspin Media when they were at home, loin, at home? I don't know how to do an Irish accent, clearly. Kingsman, I'm sure, does it amazing. But it always seems very breathy. It's like whenever I been to Ireland a couple times, and I hear people talking, there's a lot of breath in there. It's an old expression, kind of dismissive, like who the F are Linespin Media. All right, you're right. Well, there's a gap in the marketplace now that Classic Tetris Network is now defunct, so we need another Tetris news agency to step up. Maybe Linespin Media is poised to take over the market. We need a news director. We need somebody with a vision. 389 for Danv, 462 for Sidnev. Tugi says, damn, they died before releasing the Cologne vids. Oh, rip. Classic Tetris Network, we hardly knew ye. Tetris Sidnev 532, 435 for Danv. I agree. I know, that's what I'm saying, Evesy. A gap in the market. We need someone to come in here and run Linespin Media. I guess I should do it. I'm very busy. I'm not that busy. Busy means lazy, right? Is Danny J not Classic Tetris News? Well, he was on there, but it was Sir Mazer Frank from Peace Dependency Podcast. I guess we need to that's my favorite way to set up for the Vits is the J piece. I guess we need to poach Danny J, right? Be our Linespin Media live correspondent. 598 for Danv, 698 for Sidnev. Into 19. Crazy pace. We can't pay anything, but except exposure. We can pay you in exposure. 762 for Sidnev, 728 for Danv. We're on level 22 now. Sorry, guys, I was laughing. Didn't mean to. Laughing band. Kingsman wants me to expose him. All right, let's expose you, Kingsman. $883 for Sidnev, $804 for Danv. Lazy commentary and laughing on stream. I know. Disaster. 977 Sidnev, 901 Dan. Level 25, 2 lines apart. Sidnev with the max gets another Tetris A41. So 1.2 definitely possible here for Sidnev. Danv like a burn away from the max out. And no, got a little RNG'd there. Could have set up for a dirty there, but didn't quite see it in time. One burn for 1.3, said Tugi. Not sure when that was, but. Oh, kind of, I think maybe it's hard to know. Looked like maybe a misdrop, but maybe not. Hard to know exactly. The 1.2 for Sidnev could get 3 more Tetrises, but can't burn. But it's not about getting the 1.3. It's about, all right, now it's 0 burns. There you go. So, well, a 1.28 is pretty good. Basically, I'll take it. I'm sure anybody would. Danv B40. So Sidnev now with the 1.3. Dan with the 1.15. Tetris for Sidnev. Tetris for Dan. And Dan uncovers. Log bar in. Tetris C38. He's clean. Sidnev building one row. No, not going to build. Going to take it down. Kind of this provisional build where it's like, well, maybe perfect pieces will come and I can get one, but they didn't. So she didn't. 1.4 for Sidnev. 1.32 for Dan. Oh, Sidnev going to miss with that J piece. Going to slow her down a little bit. And Danv clean. But yeah, he's going to have to make a gap here. Oh, he's stacked one row off the bottom. Oh, no, it hangs the bar. He hangs the bar on the right side. He had the 1.5. He had the bar ready to go in. It would have been about 40-something thousand points. And that is going to be a top out for Dan. And Sidnev is good in game number 2. But I don't know what it is, but Danv seems to be, aside from these little misdrops, he seems to be playing very aggro and very well on 29. It's got to be the creatine. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, is Dan kind of leveled up a little bit? Oh, my word. So Sidnev with the rollover, tops out on 37. Intentional top out, guys. Totally intentional top out. So that, that doesn't go against stats. It's all good. All right, we're going to run an ad real quick. We'll be right back. This ad thing after game 2 is great. It really does help me to remember to run ads. So I've actually noticed that it helps. All right, Sidnev DB8110, DB8110, both players. As soon as they're ready. Okay, both players ready. It's game number 3. Sidnev looking to clinch right now. Danv needs to win to get on the comeback trail. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. $8,110 decibels, says Mr. Brain. That would be, I think like literally a human being would rip apart at 8. Is that even possible? Like, would the entire Earth rip apart? Like, what is the loudest recorded sound ever? A jet engine's like, what, 160, 170 decibels or something? I don't know. Roughly around there. It would explode the planet. Oh, God. Well, don't give anyone any ideas. Oh, yeah, that's true. Decibels are logarithmic. Okay. Oh, my God. Suds, stop it. Or exponential, yeah. Non-linear. All right, so Sidnev in a high dig, but it's still 18. Survivable by, well, like a good player. Not me. Barrett says apparently 1,000 decibels would be similar to the Big Bang. Dirty Tetris for Sidnev. Man, nothing clears the board like a Tetris. And another Tetris Sidnev. She's got a clean board now. Another one. So 177 for Sidnev, 224 for Danv. Sud says, I'm pretty sure the loudest sound ever produced was by Kingsman after 9 carnitas tacos. Suds, that is extremely inappropriate and disgusting. How dare you? All right, Evesy doing some work here. You put a whole package together of rules and protocols for a challengers bracket. My goodness. All right, I'll take a look. Thank you, Evesy. AI on Google says the Big Bang was only about 110 to 120 decibels, similar to a rock concert. But okay, but sound is produced in like a medium like air, right? So how does it have a sound? There's no air. So your ears would be okay, but the quark gluon plasma would probably not be too healthy. Yeah, true. quarks and gluons are not Maha, guys. We're gonna ban them. All right, 411 for Sidnev, 421 for Danv. Kingsman says Suds is not wrong. Kingsman, how many tacos have you ever eaten in one setting? Just curious. What's your record? You prefer beef over carnitas? I think I'm a carnitas guy, actually. 505 Sidnev, so kind of a muted transition here after the last one. And Danv 559. So he's got the advantage at the 19 transition. That T was something. Yeah, I think I missed it, Tugi. From Taco Bell, like 6, real tacos 3. Somehow I don't believe that. Yeah. Indie Rocker is like 500k transitions, like a world historical event back in your day, old man. 614 for Danv, 595 for Sidnev. Kingsman, I think if we're ever at a live event again, you know, if I bring back Lone Star or whatever, I think we got to do a taco eating contest. What do you think? You and me, we'll just eat taco. We'll just knock them back. It seems dangerous though. I think I want to do soft tacos because if they're hard tacos, I feel like I'm gonna like cut myself on them. So it's got to be soft tacos, I think. 792. Like, it's going to get stuck in my throat. Maybe let's not do this. Plus, I'm not going to win. I mean, Kingsman. My goodness. Tetris for Danv, 822, 864. So Sidnev now, like, in the lead in score, but Danv, pace-wise, ahead. He's actually score-wise ahead. He is back by, 5 to 9 lines. Soft tacos all the way. Tetris says if Lone Star comes back, I'll try my first ever taco. Tetris, you don't understand how much that is motivating me to actually want to do it again. We could have an event called Feed Tetris Anything, and you have to eat it. All right? That could be like an incentive. A47 for Danv, A47 for Sidnev. So, same score, but Danv lines in hand. Now that's not a huge factor unless they really get, into, 29 deep. But we'll see. A87 Sidnev, 29. Danv still could get one more. He's got the B50. Oh, no. And Danv gets a Tetris in, but this board is a mess. It's a total mess. He's trying to fix it. And he's kind of doing it. Oh, that square to the left. That's going to be fatal. Top out B99. So Sidnev with a target of basically C. Any C score will do it. And there it is. So Sidnev going to chase that down. Sidnev, you are good. You have taken this match 3-0 over Danv. So there you go. Congratulations, Sidnev. You will be moving on to the top 8. Let me go ahead and report this. GG. Danv, you did great. That was an intentional top out. I agree. Colin says, Danv, this was really strong. I agree. I don't know. Danv, some of the best movement I've ever seen. So from him, not from anybody, but from him, like, it was very good. So Danv is like ascending. Okay. I feel like Danv is ascending. You got to practice, buddy. Just practice. But anyway, Sidnev will be moving on. Did great. Typical, amazing Sidnev, high-paced performance, multiple rollovers and all, the 600K transitions and whatnot. So, excellent. Now, so Cobra versus Knight was a decider. I forgot to report that. Let me get that in while I remember. 3-0, but felt good. Yeah, I don't know. Danv is ascendant. Danv, you gotta come back and win another Masters at some point. It's time. It's time, buddy. You gotta crack the Tetris monopoly. Okay? You can't just let Dog and Andy and Alex and Blue Scooty run away with it all. We gotta crack that monopoly. The Tetris oligarchs. We gotta tear them down. Okay, let me just report one more, and that's 3-0 Sidnev. It didn't seem like a 3-0, but that's the power of Sidnev. All right, let's show you where the brackets stand, guys. The round of 8. This is where we are at. We got 2 semifinalists now. Cobra, seed 1. Scooty, seed 2. Sidnev, seed 4, is into the top 8 and is positioned in. Van, do you have a secret way of reporting matches without having the vid link until you end the stream? I have never put the video link in, ever. Am I supposed to? I've never done it. I don't know. I mean, I've been doing this for years. I've never been told that someone must do it after me. I guess it's just because, like, I'm grandfathered in, because I'm as old as a grandfather. So I've never done it in my entire life. I just do what I'm told. Like, I don't know. I reported it when this whole thing was set up. Like, I was just told, like, all right, enter this, enter that. Nobody told me I had to put it in, so I just never did. If I have to enter a VOD link, I'm quitting. Tetris says Masters might end on time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Tetris. We have new procedures now. Everything is basically, we don't have to wait on other matches in lower tiers to end. We're getting stuff launched early. We're getting it done. We're gonna be set going forward. It's a requirement for TMP. I don't know. Only me. I get an exception because I don't know. I guess I can't be expected at all to comply with it. So, and they know I'm running Masters. And they want those matches in, so I got leverage. Boys. Okay, that's going to do it for now. We do have more coming up tonight. That is going to be a Masters match. It's going to start in 3 hours. It's going to be Alan Bot versus Andy. That's going to come out of that top 16, that purple. Top organizer privilege. Listen, at least I get some privilege, okay? This is my one privilege. The rest of the time, it's abuse. Okay, so yeah, Masters purple. Alan Bod versus Andy. That'll be a top 8er, and the winner of that will take on Sidnev at some point in the semifinals. Then after that, it's going to be a Das Masters yellow bracket. Yeah, top 16. Here it is. It's going to be Torja versus Scotto. So that is what we've got going on tonight. Then tomorrow tomorrow, yeah, you're definitely going to watch. We only have one stream, but it's going to be a banger because it's going to be this Masters top 16 red pink. This whole bottom corner, right-hand corner, red and pink, that's going to be resolved tomorrow. Alex T versus Winter, Dog versus Eyeball, winner versus winner, and a semifinalist will be determined. So the winner of that whole mess will eventually play against whoever. That is December. Will eventually play against Scooty in the green bracket. Okay? Good. Thanks everybody for hanging out and supporting the stream. Wowies, thanks. Thanks for supporting the stream. Adam Yowo, Zapadactyl, thanks for the follows. Twitch subs, Lachal, Mino Floof, Talvik, Chris Winter, Cobra, Maitre Witien. Oh, I missed Maitre Witien, thank you. Laurie, YouTube membership, appreciate that. And Imagine was a gift from Laurie. Super chat from Kip, raid from Pumpy and Adam Irish. I missed the raid from Pumpy. Oh, that was 35 minutes ago. Thank you, Pumpy. And yeah, I missed that from you, Maitre Witien. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And patrons, Scott Gray, Jane the Window, K9 Tacky, Madelsberger, Mr. Brain, Nate, Corporal Shelby Jr., Troy Dan Kim, and Cat Kid, Javin T. Jason, Sunny. Appreciate y'all. And have a beautiful day. I will see you all in 3 hours. YouTube. Bye-bye. Dan V, George, Jungle, Chris W, Mr. Brain, Laurie, thanks for hanging out. There should be a